Hi, Mark Fensel with Richwood Gardens, where I teach veterans how to grow, cook, and live with more confidence. If you have a snake plant that's outgrown its pot, I will show you how to take one plant and turn it into multiple plants. It's a very simple process. It's the easiest thing you can do to ensure the health of your plants, to make some more snake plants for around your home, or to share them with family and friends. Along the way, I'll talk about why they make great house plants and what you can do to ensure that they thrive indoors. Not like they need too much encouragement though. So let's dig in. Native to parts of West Africa, snake plants are very drought tolerant. They do fine with just a spritz and some infrequent watering, and they're adaptable to different lighting conditions. They prefer bright indirect light, but they do well with just small amounts of artificial light too. So this is my Dracaena trifasciata, also known as a snake plant. Formerly, the scientific name was known as Sansevieria. It's also known as mother-in-law's tongue. I don't know about you, I have a pretty awesome mother-in-law, so take it as a compliment because it's a really cool plant. But this is what it looks like before we're dividing it. And these things are just, they're little tanks. In the service, we had e-tools, and you could use those to chop tree roots, hack open a wooden crate, drive in tent stakes. They're just known for being very hard to neglect. They thrive on neglect, in fact. The first step's removing the plant from its pot. Now, if it's really root bound, which this one's not, you may need to gently squeeze the side of the pots or tap the bottom to loosen it. By the way, I like terracotta pots. This is not a terracotta pot, but terracotta pots are great for snake plants because they naturally balance out the moisture in the soil and they prevent you from overwatering your plant, which is the biggest mistake people make with snake plants. So once the plant slides out, you'll usually see a dense mass of roots and these thick rhizomes underneath the soil. And if you look closely at the base of the plant, you'll see that different clusters of leaves are connected by these underground rhizomes. And these will send up new shoots that are called pups. And each of these clusters can become its own plant. So you can gently pull the sections apart, just like that. They usually separate easily just with your hands. This is a fairly young plant. Alternatively, you can use this guy right here, which is a hori knife, one of the best tools in your garden, and have that rhizome right there. We'll make these two just like that, and just cut through with that serrated edge. So what's important is that you have some healthy roots and some healthy leaves in each division. So we have 3 new plants here. Next, plant each division into its own pot. Fill the pot with a well-draining potting mix and position the plants so that the roots are covered, but the base of the leaves sits right at the soil surface. You don't want to bury these. Good drainage is critical for snake plants, so a cactus or succulent mix is perfect, but honestly, I've always had success just improving regular potting soil by adding things like perlite, pumice, or coarse sand. Snake plants are light feeders. Some diluted fish emulsion once in the spring and at the start of summer is plenty, and most of them just grow fine with little fertilizer at all. Avoid fertilizing in fall and winter though, when the plant's growth slows down. Finally, gently firm the soil around the plant and you're good to go. So as you can see, there's a lot more plants compared to the beginning of the video. I didn't even touch that larger one in the back. These are more or less ready to hit the ground running. Just do a light watering, again, not too much, and these divisions will recover very quickly. So a quick story. After I graduated college, my Marine unit went to Australia for an extended AT. It's about 28 days, and I moved all my belongings into a storage unit while we were waiting to close on our first house. And I had a snake plant in there. So it was in there for over a month by the time we got back and settled in. Nobody was watering it, didn't get any sunlight, and that thing was still alive. So it just goes to show how easy these are to take care of. So if you're thinking about getting started in house plants, now you can see how easy it is to propagate these. So as always, plant with purpose, take care of your ground, always help out another vet every chance you get, and don't let the hard days win. Thanks for watching.